It's Believe here, and today we are going to be going in depth on marking out support and resistance the right way. Alright, if this is your first time in the channel, I implore you to always act, okay? Always practice what I teach you. A lot of people come from YouTube telling me they have crossed their $1,000 day, 10,000, even $20,000. That was during the course of last year, and these people, they didn't get those results by just getting the knowledge and not acting on it. So if you want to get results from these things I teach you that I'm doing, ensure you always act on them, you practice them, you prepare for the week. Join us live every Sunday 10 p.m. to prepare for the week. So with that being done and said, let's jump right into the video. All right, what is candlestick? Now, I want you to understand that candlestick is a price bar on a trading chart that show how price move within a specific time period. Just as we have line chart, we have Heikin Ash, we also have bar chart. Candlestick is one of the chart, okay, is used globally, is well known by almost every, if not any trader on planet Earth. So with that being done and said, this is what gives us data where we'll be able to mark our support and resistance. So having that in mind, it gives us four key pieces of information at a glance, which are the opening price, we start at the time period, we have the closing price, the high and the low. One thing I want you to know, this is also in the terminology section on this channel, the high and low can also be categorized as weak. So whenever you hear a trader saying the wick was really long on this, it's either the high of the candle or the low of the candle. So get this right. All right, lastly is what candlesticks tell you. Candlestick help you understand the market direction. It helps you understand buyers versus seller strength. All right, you can see the bullish candle and the bearish candle. That's basically what we're doing. After you understanding price action, learning how to mark out zone, the bottom line of everything we're doing is to either take a buyer bias or a seller bias so that we can make money. So with that being done and said, rejections at support and resistance, this is what candlesticks help us do, and which brings us to what is support. All right, support is a price level where the markets tend to stop falling and may bounce upward. Now this is an area, all right, we're going to get into the chart, but I want you to understand the normal simple definition for you to know what it means. All right, so this is just an illustration here. Price bouncing up, buying zone, the floor, okay, it's just like a floor. It prevents market, is a strong area that prevents market from going downward continually. All right, because the principles of the trend, we have the lower trend, the uptrend and the downtrend. Okay, principles of the downtrend, we have lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now if this market comes into a support, a major support, and it's bound to respect that support, the trend will change. So understand this and make use of it. Next up is what is resistance. Okay, resistance is a price where the market tend to stop rising and may reverse downward. Now this is also inverse of the support, and we'll get to that, but this is also inverse of the support, which means if market has been trending up, giving us a series of higher highs and higher lows, and the market bounce up a resistance, the trend change. Now if this market start giving us series of lower highs and lower lows, you can also look for a resistance that this market created a resistance around that is bound to respect. Okay, these are datas. Okay, look in the left part of your chart, you are using the previous data while marking out support and resistance to get the current, to be able to anticipate the current move. All right, so with that being done and said, key rules every trader should know when it comes to support and resistance. All right, support can turn into resistance when broken. Never forget that, because it's an area, remember I said series of lower highs and lower lows, and when the trend change, it's going to change into series of higher highs and higher lows on the same chart. So the area that gave was acting as a support before, when it breaks, it could also act as a resistance. Always have that in mind, because resistance too can turn into support when broken. The more time price respect a level, the stronger it is. All right, the more price respect a level, the stronger it is. Okay, this is there's different context under this. That's why when you are studying your chart, depending on the trend, the stronger it is. Depending on the setup, it could become weaker. You get me? So always have this fact right. There are other things you add to be able to make decisions, but you need to be able to mark out your support and resistance very well. So with that being done and said, we're going to jump into the chart. And I'm going to give you a typical illustration of marking out your support and resistance. So with that being done and said, let's look at which market did I trade today. Let me just talk about a market I traded today. So I'm going to open a new chart. Now, there are different tools, okay, you can use to mark out your support and resistance. There are different tools you can use to mark out your support and resistance. But the three major ones I use is either the horizontal line, the rectangle line, and there's also the trend line. Okay, I don't use the trend line that much, but I use it sometimes. But the two major ones, I either use the horizontal line or the rectangle. So I'm going to give you an illustration. Now, one thing you need to do when marking out your support, I'm doing a top-down analysis currently, starting from the higher time frame going to the lower time frame. I'm not teaching you how to analyze, I'm just teaching you ways I use this and how to spot major areas. So first thing first is I'm going to bring out my horizontal line, because I don't trade off these weekly areas. You get me? I use it to get the projection, the area this market could tend to move to in the next week, in the next month. So that is a bias, but I need to get this area right. So this is one here. This market has been in a nasty consolidation, but deep down, due to other criterias, I know that this market is bound. Okay, this market is bound to break out to the downside. I'm anticipating, okay, I'm 90% banking on it to break on the downside due to the data and due to how long I've spent analyzing this. Okay, next area I'm anticipating this market to get to, it has gotten to one already. This is another one that market respected, and this is the last area. So this market could be trending for us for some couple of months. Now moving over to the daily, this is where I use my horizontal lines, okay, because this weekly area helped me see the bigger picture. All right, now the horizontal line, I'm only focused on the recent data, adjusting my areas to get the most number of touches. All right, as at yesterday, okay, I did this. Okay, if this market tend to break this previous lower high, I won't be interested in this market again. And this is the area I'm anticipating this market to sell into, because yeah, this is like if you bring out your fib, it has bounced, and a structure, right? The other time frames are giving me momentum. Let me not deviate. Let's just focus on marking out zones. All right, now this area I marked here, looking at the back data, remember this is a nasty range, but I'm only concerned about this current data and the current structure, lower high, lower low. So if this market tends to close above this area, I'm not interested anymore. And looking at the back data, it has respected it. This is 1, 2, 3. This is rejection 4, 5. So you can see the area has been respected countless of time. This is also one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see it has been respected countless of times. So market moves from zones to zones. Okay, this is a resistance and also a support. Now this support has been broken, and it could flip to the other side and turn into a resistance. All right, now this was the overall target I had for market. Smashed everything, and it did it in a day. Okay, it did it in a day. So this is how the market is. You are just plotting out area to get the best move. All right, so with that being done and said, I think I'll just take another example. Let me take another example before we wrap this up. So next up is crash 1000. This is a market that I'm currently looking at. So first thing first is we'll mark out the bigger picture. All right, so this market bouncing off here. Let's go. I'm expecting it to come back here, and this is like it has been in this range for, let's say, about 2 months now. Yeah, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So it has been in this area for about 2 months. Going to the daily time frame. Sorry, I caught a cold, so pardon me. So moving over to my horizontal line now. So this is the area. If this market closes above this resistance, I won't be interested in taking a short anymore. Also going down to this area, this is the first area I'm anticipating it to get to this week, and overall this area. So I have about, let's say, approximately 200 pips ish. So all you have to do is position yourself right. I can go down to 4 hour, mark out this is the area I was expecting it to bounce off. It got there, rejected, and the rest is history currently. The rest is history. So with that being done and said, I will employ you to practice this, study your chart. The more time you mark out zone, see how it plays out, go down to your entry time frame, understand what is happening there, and trust me, you are going to always know how to mark out good areas that 90% of the time, okay, if you are just patient enough for the market to get there, getting there first is confirmation, it rejecting is confirmation, but you have not gotten entry. There's difference between entry and confirmation. I'm going to leave you with that. If you found value in this video, ensure you subscribe, share it to a friend who you know is struggling, and I will see you in the subsequent videos on this channel. If you also want me to make a video for you, you want to have a one-on-one 5 minutes one-on-one with me, make use of the details below so that it can be scheduled. So with that being done and said, I wish you a splendid and profitable year ahead. Stay blessed.